Opening.
Dear Lord, please help us to enjoy the activity today. Give us concentration so that we may understand well what is wrong. Grant us fear and wisdom, the spirit of knowledge and power, the spirit of holy fear of you, and always to remember Jesus Christ, and his name. Glory be to the Father, to the Son, and to the Holy Spirit. In the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit.
Morning everyone. So today, June 10, 2026. So we are going to conduct opening of bid for 3 contract ID 26 F004, 07, and 08. And after this opening, we will still have a pre-bid conference for 2 contract ID 26 GFA 003 and 25 FA 0046. Isa sa goods and isa sa civil work. So start now. So in behalf of our chairperson, Lani, who is on leave of absence today, I, the vice chairperson, will preside this meeting opening. So let us again establish a forum. Of course, with me as the vice chairperson, Engineer Fanny Ricato, or OIC Chief Quality Assurance Section. Ma'am, good morning. Engineer Witz Rodriguez, our commissioner member.
Good morning.
Good morning. Engineer Tin Simanes, our HSR, ma'am. Good morning. And of course, Ma'am Eva Siglarinho, our head of back secretariat. Of course, together with her member, Sir JP Alamares. Morning, sir. Ma'am Sakna Rogando, Engineer Cesar Chavez. Ma'am, good morning. Engineer Cha Madrid, good morning, ma'am. Engineer Carl Ramirez, sir, good morning. Ma'am Lois Belenso, ma'am, good morning. Sir Larry Frias, our computer operator, good morning. And of course, our representative Commission of Audit, Ma'am Jam, good morning. Welcome to our bid opening. Meron pa tayo dyan. To all the contractors are present here. Good morning to everyone. So, before we start, let me first read to you the result of the eligibility check. Ano na muna, ID8 na muna kasi itong ID8 ang may available na tayong eligibility check. ID8. Bidding na. So, Contract ID 26 FA0008, contract name, construction of multipurpose building, covered port, convertible to evacuation center, Barangay Bariw, Malinao, Albay, with a coordinate of 13.379807 north latitude and 123.71693 east longitude. The location of the contract is at Malinao, Albay. So the result is based on the evaluation of the information about legal, technical, and financial capabilities as indicated in the contractor's information of the bidders as recorded in our computerized register of contractors for civil work. The requirements for the above-mentioned contract as indicated in the contract profile submitted by the DPWH Albay First District Engineering Office, we found one single bidder eligible to participate in the bidding for the contract. So, ang bidder po na naging eligible is DSB Construction and Supply Incorporated. So, before we start, let us first open the box of contract ID 26 FA0008. So, Ma'am Chap, please go ahead. Giving an opinion.
Opening of the bidding documents for the contract ID 26 FA008. Contract name, construction of multipurpose building over port, convertible to evacuation center, Barangay Bariw, Malinao, Albay, with the coordinates of 13.379807 and 150.71693, with the ABC of 11,760,000 pesos. Contract duration to 200 calendar days. Date of opening June 10, 2026. Time starts at 10:20 a.m. 10:20 a.m. So we have the loan bidder for this contract, DSB Construction and Supply Incorporated. Can you check the registration?
Yes.
Certificate of incorporation, mayor's permit, tax clearance, income license, AFS, you receive by the BIR, submitted through EFTs, and income tax return. List of ongoing rights. SLCC. The fractional watch. Certificate of completion and acceptance. From bid BSD, Sign and authorize. Organizational chart. List of personnel and their qualification data. Statement of availability of key personnel and equipment. Key personnel affidavit of commitment to work for the contract. Project manager, then supervisors. Sign and authorize. Project engineer, Kimberly Barsaga. Sign and authorize with birth license and PE accreditation. Materials Engineer Jerry Bila, sign and authorize with ME accreditation and PRC license. Safety Officer Franz Lopez, sign and authorized with certificate. Foreman Alan Vendino, sign and authorized. List of contractors, major construction laboratory equipment to be assigned to the contract. Equipment rental agreement of the equipment. Group of ownership. DOLS. And authorized. Omnibus. Including disclosure in relation to the bank. Okay. Sign and authorized. Secretary certificate. Sign and authorized. ISO certificate. Soon affidavit of eligibility and beneficial ownership. General information sheet for the GIS. NFC's 309, Senators, pledge.
So the eligibility and technical documents submitted by DSP Construction and Supply Incorporated for contract ID 26FA0008 is passed. So since this is a loan bidder, so and based from our preliminary examination of the first envelope of the SB Construction Supply Incorporated is passed. So we now open the second envelope, the financial proposal of the SB Construction Supply. Ma'am,
Opening of the financial documents for contract 26F8008. The loan bidder of DSB Construction and Supply Incorporated in form 9. Yung quantities signed. Summary of prices, written estimate. Cash flow with amount 11,578,525 pesos and 80 centavos.
so the financial proposal submitted by the SB Construction and Supply Incorporated for contract ID 26FA008 is passed.
The loan bidder for this contract is CSB Construction and Supply Incorporated with a bid amount of 11,578,525 pesos and 80 centavos as well.
Yes, ma'am, again, the result as read for this contract is still subject for further bid evaluation under Section 32 of the 2016 revised IR to determine the lowest calculated or the highest rated responsive bid. So we proceed now to the second contract. Contract ID, what's this? Contract ID 26FA0004. So again, let me first read to you the result of the eligibility check. So contract ID 26FA0004, contract name, organizational outcome. 1. Ensure safe and reliable national road system, network development program, construction of bypass and diversion road, Tabaco City Bypass Road, Barangay Pinagbobong section, Station 4 plus 365 to Station 4 plus 570, Albay. Location of the contract is at Tabaco City, Albay. So, based on the evaluation of the information about legal, technical, and financial capabilities as indicated in the contractor's information of the bidders as recorded in our computerized registry of contractors for civil work, the requirements of the above-mentioned contract as indicated in the contract profile submitted by DPWH Albay 1st District Engineering Office, we found 2 bidders eligible to participate in the bidding for the contract. One is German Construction and Supply, and the last one is 8AR Construction and Development Corporation. So, these 2 contractors are the eligible to enter into this bidding. So, again, let us first again open the bid box for contract ID. 04 ano? 04. 04. Okay. So, Ma'am Cha, please go ahead reading the content of the technical documents submitted by German Construction.
Opening of the bidding documents for contract ID 26FA2204 with the contract name of construction of bypass and diversion roads, Tabaco City Bypass Road, Barangay Pinagbobong section, Station 4 plus 365 to Station 4 plus 570 Albay with ABC of 38,269,000 pesos. Contract duration 134 calendar days. Date of opening June 10, 2026. Time starts at 10:31 a.m. For the first bidder for this contract is German Construction Supply. Federative pledge, field JEPS registration, PTI, mayor's permit, clearance, pickup license, annual income tax return submitted through EFES. Lease of own projects. Duration. May bit bullet eh. Yes, sir.
So, meron po tayong errata for the contract duration for contract ID 26FA0004. So, my supplemental bulletin number 1 po as in issue, the original contract duration is 134 calendar days, and based from the supplemental bulletin number 1, the revised calendar days from 134 calendar days to 215 calendar days. Is this the only errata change? So, may I request,
Nice.
Okay, sige. So, thank you.
Type lang.
Type of sige. Go ahead, ma'am. Sige.
List of ongoing projects. SLCC. Purpose of award. NTP contracts. Final completion inspection report. Certificate of acceptance. Formal bid, BSN. Sign and data. Statement of availability of key personnel and equipment. Organizational chart. List of contractors, key personnel to be assigned to the contract with their configuration data. Key personnel affidavit of which to work on the contract. Project manager. Abner Brigino, sign and doctor. Project engineer Alfredo Bendia. Authorized with director license and PE accreditation. Materials engineer Leah Jonard Tolosa. Sign and authorized. PRC license and ME accreditation. Foreman Jesus Brigino.
Organization.
Sign and authorized. Safety and health officer
Diyan.
Ariel Brigino, sign and authorized with certificate.
15 po. Palitin mo.
List of contractors, major construction laboratory equipment to be assigned to the contract. Group of ownership. Kasi DEO 11 or the DEO 138. Omnibus.
Okay, yun. That's okay.
Sign and authorized. DEO 9. Sign and authorized. ISO certificate. Affidavit of disclosure of relation to declaration of beneficial ownership. NFCC. Yes. Yes.
Yun. Ano lang ako sila? Ito lang sila. Sa screen.
May mga secretary sa DPWH. Yes. Okay. Dito sa statement of beneficial ownership sa certification.
So, the eligibility and technical documents submitted by German Construction and Supply for contract ID 26FA0004 is passed.
Okay mo lang. Bacacay daw. Tapos yung support sa bibigay. Kasi may man sila sa so bigyan pa sa'yo.
Okay. Nag-declare na.
Sorry, sir. Next bidder, the last bidder for this contract, 86 FA 024, is 8R Construction and Development Corporation. Certificate of Field Jeff Registration. Certificate of Registration. Nearest permit. Clearance. Of license. Annual income. Tax return submitted to the ARTFEN. Fees of ongoing projects. SLCC. With the certificate of acceptance. Inspection report. With the estimates and authorized organizational chart. Choose a person to be assigned to the contract and their qualification date. Statement of availability of key personnel and equipment. Key personnel and private equipment to work on the contract. The check manager Arnold Bermundo. Signing authorized. Project engineer Wilfredo Bigoy, signing authorized with PRS license and TE accreditation. Materials engineer Nibard Serran, signing authorized, PRS license and NE accreditation. Safety officer Romnick Fashion, signing authorized with certificate.
Pero si Ludwig na natin.
4 months, Salvador Bermundo Jr., signing authorized. List of contractors major construction laboratory to be assigned to the contract, owned and leased. Proof of ownership. Certificate of availability of leased equipment. This contract agreement of the leased equipment. The booths, signed and authorized. Secretaries of DPWH Albay. And authorized and will declare construction level. So certificate.
Yan. Action, no?
JIS,
Yan.
NFCC.
Okay naman. So the eligibility and technical documents submitted by 8AR Construction Development Corporation ID 267004 is passed. So based from our preliminary examination of the first envelope, out of 2 contractors who participated, all of them passed our preliminary examination. So therefore, we now open the financial proposal or financial documents of these 2. So Ma'am Cha, please go ahead. Thank you.
Opening of the financial documents for contract 26FA0004. First bidder, German Construction and Supply. Bid form, signed. Bill of quantities. Signed. Detailed estimate. with amount 37,716,337 pesos and 24 centavos.
The financial proposal submitted by German Construction and Supply to contract ID 26-004 is passed.
For the last video for this one, we are the truck and development preparation. Estimate. Cash flow. Bid amounts 37,689,017 pesos and 38 centavos.
So the financial proposal submitted by AR Construction Development Corporation for contract ID 26FA00004 is passed.
The lowest bidder for this contract 26FA0004 is 8R Construction and Development Corporation with a bid amount of 37,689,017 pesos and 38 centavos as well.
So again, the result as read for this contract is still subject for further bid evaluation and cost qualifications to determine the lowest calculator, the highest rate response bid. So for the last one, contract ID 26FA0007, contract name, construction of multipurpose building, covered court, convertible to evacuation center, Vinisitahan National High School, school ID 301885, Vinisitahan, Bacacay, Albay. Location of the contract is at Bacacay, Albay. So the result of the eligibility check is based on the evaluation of the information about legal, technical, and financial capabilities as indicated in the contractor's information of the bidders as recorded in our computerized registry of contractors for civil work. The requirements of the above-mentioned contract as indicated in the contract profile submitted by DPWH Albay First District Engineering Office, we found 2 bidders eligible to participate in the bidding for the contract, namely, number 1, German Construction and Supply, and number 2, 8AR Construction and Development Corporation. So let us again wala.
May supplemental pa yun.
One week. Kapag tayo. Someone please.
Yes, sir. Opinion on the bidding documents for the contract 26FA0007 and the contract name, contract name, construction of multi-purpose building, covered court, convertible to evacuation center, Vinisitahan National High School, School ID 301885. Vinisitahan, Bacacay, Albay. With ABC of 11,880,000 pesos. Contract duration 200 calendar days. Date of opening June 10, 2026. Time starts at 10:48 a.m. First bidder for this contract is 8R Construction and Development Corporation. Field job situation. Certificate of incorporation. Mayor's permit. Tax clearance, pick-up license. Annual income tax returns, yun submitted to the IR to EFS. List of ongoing project. Some CC with a certificate of acceptance and annual inspection report. From Big BSD, signed and authorized. Organizational chart. List of contractors, key personnel to be assigned to the contract with their configuration data. Statement of availability of key personnel and equipment. Key personnel affidavit and commitment to work on the contract. Project manager Arnold Bermundo, signed and authorized. Project engineer Wilfredo Espigal, signed and authorized with PRS license and PE accreditation. Materials engineer Nebard Serrano, signed and authorized with NE accreditation and PRS license. Safety officer Roderick Bilista, signed and authorized. Certificate. Foreman Emol Castro Martinez, signed and authorized. List of contractors major construction laboratory equipment to be assigned to the contract. All group of ownership. Omnibus, signed and authorized. Secretary certificate, signed and authorized. DO9, signed and authorized. ISO certificate. GIS. NFCC. DO1
The eligibility and technical documents submitted by ADR Construction Development Corporation for contract ID 26 EV0007 is passed.
Next bidder is German Construction and Supply. Field jobs this way. PI. Where's for me? Clearance. The license. Annual income tax returns. You submitted to the BIR to EFS. List of ongoing projects. SLCC. With attached final acceptance inspection report. Certificate of acceptance. Certificate of completion. From Lead BSD. Signed and authorized. Organizational chart. List of contractors, key persons to be assigned to the contract with their qualification data. Statement of availability of key personnel and equipment. Key personnel affidavit and commitment to work on the contract. Project manager Abner Brihino. Signed and authorized. Project engineer Alfredo Buendia. Signed and authorized with PRC license and PE accreditation. Sales engineer Leo Joner Tolosa. Signed and authorized with PRC license and ME accreditation. Foreman Jesus Brihino. Signed and authorized. Safety officer Ariel Brihino. Signed and authorized with certificate. The list of contractors, major construction laboratory equipment to be assigned to the contract. All proof of ownership.
Konting bill. Konting na yung bill.
DOFA,
At may funding sa mga discount.
Libus, Senate authorized, PNI, Senate authorized, also certificates. Affidavit of disclosure of relation and declaration of beneficial protection. NFCC.
So the eligibility and technical documents submitted by German Construction and Supply Contract ID 26 FA 0007 is passed.
NA.
So based from our preliminary examination of envelope 1 of contract ID 26 FA 0007, out of 2 bidders who participated, all of them passed our preliminary examination. So we now open the second envelope for the technical financial proposal submitted by these 2 prospective bidders. So ma'am, please go.
Sir,
Thank you.
opening of the financial documents for the contract 26 FA 0007. First bidder, 8R Construction and Development Corporation. Bid form, sign. Bill of quantities, sign. Method estimate. Cash flow. Bid amount, 11,608,980 pesos and 15 centavos. 980 pesos. 11,608. 980. 980. 40.
The financial proposal submitted by ADR Construction Development Corporation for contract ID 26FA 0007 is passed.
Next bidder, the last bidder for this contract, German Construction and Supply. Bid form, sign. Bill of quantities, sign. Detailed estimate, cash flow, bid amount, 11,578,487 pesos and 99 centavos.
The financial proposal submitted by German Construction and Supply for contract ID 26FA0007 is passed.
The lowest bidder for this contract, 26FN0007, is German Construction and Supply, with a bid amount of 11,578,487 pesos and 99 centavos as well.
So again, the result as read is still subject for further evaluation and post qualification. So I guess this ends our opening of bid for the three contract ID, the contract ID 267004, 007, and 008. So that ends our bidding per se. So Si Ma'am Kulit nandiyan na. O kaya si Ma'am Bang na lang.
Saan bang?
Si Ma'am Eva.
Nag-isip ko sa'yo bang?
Si Ma'am Bang.
Iyan mo muna, temporary. Lars, temporary, iyan mo muna. Pagkawa.
Sino naman bang ikaw na lang ang magbabasa ng pa? Si Ma'am Kulit. So once again, good morning everyone. So I guess hindi na natin kailangan mag ng forum kasi parehas lang naman yung attendees. Of course with the presence of our back secretariat member, Ma'am Kulit. Kailangan talaga siya as far as pre-bid conference is concerned. Okay, so without further ado, so let me call in Ma'am Kulit to please read or explain to the prospective bidders as far as this contract ID is concerned. So we start from the civil work with contract ID 26FA00 25FA0046. Ma'am Colette, the table is yours.
Good morning, everyone. Invitation to bid for 25FA0046. Construction of School Health Facilities, Tabaco Northwest Central School, City of Tabaco, Albay. The DPWH Albay First DEO through the GA 2025 intends to apply the sum of 2,985,000 being the approved budget for the contract. Completion of the work is required 60 calendar days. Prospective bidders should be registered with and classified by the PCAB license at least size range of small d. Bidder should have completed with 10 years from the date of submission and receipt of bids a contract similar to the project. The description of an eligible bidder is contained in the bidding documents, particularly in section 2, instruction to bidders, ITB. To the prospective bidder shall submit its valid and updated field job certificate of registration, platinum membership, pursuant to the requirements provided in section 20 in the IRRA 12009. Bidding is restricted to Filipino citizens, sole proprietorship, cooperatives, and partnership or organizations with at least 60% interest or outstanding capital stock belonging to the citizens of the Philippines. Interested bidders may obtain further information from DPWH Albay First DEO and inspect the bidding documents at the address given below from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. A complete set of bidding documents may be acquired by interest bidders on June 2 to 22-26 from the address below and upon payment of the applicable fee for the bidding documents pursuant to the latest guidelines issued by the GPWH in the amount of 5,000 pesos. Prospective bidders should present the original official receipt of payment for bid documents, project is specific to the back secretariat of this office before the deadline for inclusion in the list of contractors for eligibility processing. The owner of authorized representatives included in the CRC will be allowed to transact business relative to bidding matters per DO 197 series of 2001. Those representatives not included in the CRC are required to submit a special power of attorney or secretary certificate, whichever is applicable, and one valid government ID for the owner and representative to be allowed to transact business. All participating bidders must be in the documents request list of the PhilJEP's website and secure a printout copy showing that they are included in the list. These must be duly received by the back secretary through manual submission at the address indicated below on or before June 22, 2026, 10 a.m. Late bid shall not be accepted. Bid opening shall be on June 22, 2026, 10:01 a.m. onwards. Procurement Unit Conference Room, Albay First DEO.
Yung ISO record, pero saan is small unit?
The DPWH First DEO reserves the right to reject any and all bids, declare a failure of bidding, or not award the contract at any time prior to the contract award in accordance with Section 70 of RA number 1200 and without thereby incurring any liability to the affected bidder or bidders. For further information, please refer to Michael A. Presbitero, Chief Construction Section, Albay First DEO. The minimum work experience requirements for key personnel are the following: Project Manager 5, Project Engineer 3, Materials Engineer 3, Construction Foreman 2. This qualification applies if the pledged person as largest project handler does not meet the required 50% of the ABC. The minimum major equipment requirements are the following: dump truck 2, backhoe 1, 1 bagger mixer, plate compactor 1, welding machine 2, cutting outfit 1, bar bender 1, bar cutter 1. Modifying the list of requirements to be pledged or non-compliant as to required equipment and the number of units in the BDS is considered as incomplete bid, and a ground for disqualification. Strictly comply the requirements prescribed under DO 58, series of 2012, inclusion of material data on the pledged equipment of a bidder in his bid document, DO 11, series of 2017, inclusion of the minimum materials testing equipment in the technical component of the bid, DO 253, series of 2003, accreditation of asphalt and Portland cement concrete patching plants. Not applicable. Additional contract documents required for the contract: construction methods, construction schedule in the form of per CPM diagram or precedence diagram and bar chart with S-curve or other approved tools of project scheduling and cash flow, manpower schedule, equipment utilization schedule, construction safety and health program, construction all risk insurance.
Thank you, Ma'am Colette. So, bidders, please take note of all those important requirements for the completeness and the requirements of your documents during the dropping and the opening of the bid. So, without further ado, let us now continue with Sir Witz to discuss with us other important matters in relation to the plans and specification of the said project.
Good morning.
Sir Witz, go ahead, please.
Good morning. So for the detailed engineering design plan for the construction of school health facilities, Tabaco Northwest Central School, City of Tabaco Albay, with coordinates of 13.356667 north latitude and 123.72 east longitude. So next, please. So for the perspective and the location map, is located inside the Tabaco Northwest Central School. Bumbo. Barangay Bumbo. Tabaco City. Next, please. So, ito po ang floor plan niya. So, it's composed of 7 by 9 building with 3 rooms for the office, dental clinic, and examination room. Next, please. So, yan po yung right side and left side indication. So, yun naman.
Ay, TV lang. Marnie.
Next.
Tapos, yes.
Ito po yung
Para
standard
sa
billboard, detailed na standard billboard, and the construction safety signage for the building construction, which is standard din. Next, please. So, ceiling plan for the building. Next, please. For the ramp section, as per required for BP 344. Yan po. Next. Detail po ng window grills and spot detail for the toilet. Next. So, ito rin po yung general specification for the structural. Okay. Next. Details ng wall putting details, slab and grade, column. So, sa structural po to. Next. Structural plans and wall detail, tapos yung connection ng looping to purlins. Next. Trusses, details for the trusses, reference for welding, elevation. Next. For the electrical, ito yung lighting layout and power layout. Next. Ito yun po yung sa voltage at calculation, mga details po ng electrical calculation. Next. Sa plumbing naman po, ito yung water line for isometric water line. Next. So, detail din ng catch basin and septic tank. Next. Last po. Anyway, you can download the whole plans at PDFs. So, yun lang po for the school's health facilities.
Thank you po, Sir Wix. So again, bidders, please take note of all those reminders. So to continue with, let us now proceed with the second contract ID 26GFA03. This is goods, goods. So, ma'am, ulit, go ahead.
Invitation to bid for 26 GFA03 procurement of diesel fuel for use in various service vehicles and equipment DPWH Albay First DEO. The DPWH Albay First DEO through GAA 2026 intends to apply the sum of 2,200,605 pesos being the approved budget for the contract. Procurement of diesel fuel for use in delivery of the goods is required by staggered or until bidder should have completed at least 1 year from the date of submission and receipt of bids. Contract similar to the project. The description of an eligible bidder is contained in the bidding documents, particularly in Section 2, Instruction to Bidders. Bidding is restricted to Filipino citizen, sole proprietorship, partnership, or organization with at least 60% interest or outstanding capital stock belonging to citizens of the Philippines and to citizens or organizations of the country, the laws or regulations of which grant similar rights or privileges to Filipino citizens pursuant to RA number 5183. Interested bidders may obtain further information from Albay First DEO, inspect the bidding documents at the address given from Monday to Thursday at 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. A complete set of bidding documents may be acquired by interested bidders on June 2 to 22, 2020. June 2 to 22, 2026 from the address given below upon payment of the applicable fee for the bidding documents pursuant to the latest guidelines issued by the GPPB in the amount of 5,000. The DPWH Albay First DEO will hold a pre-bid conference on 10 a.m. June 10, 2026. Bids will be duly received by the Bids and Awards Committee Secretary through manual submission at the office address indicated below on or before 10 a.m. June 22, 2026. Late bid shall not be accepted. Bid opening shall be on 10:01 a.m. June 22, 2026 at the Procurement Unit Conference Room, Albay First DEO. For further information, please refer to Rilani B. Martinez, Chief Planning and Design Section, DPWH Albay First. The bidder's SLCC similar to the contract to be paid should have been completed prior to the deadline for the submission and receipt of bids. Further instruction.
Yes, thank you so much. So bidders, please take note of all those. So, wala tayong panalo, wala naman. So, any other additional information, Mambam? No other. And
Actually, sir, ito palang ID46 is a second time of posting kasi failed siya last time.
okay, sige.
Wala,
Pero yung
wala
nakita
nag-bid
ko kasi yung ginawa.
So, this is second time around. Okay. So,
Failure kasi.
Any other?
No bid receipt.
any other? So, there being no more things to discuss, anybody now may move for adjournment?
I moved to adjourn the days.
Second na motion.
So, it has been moved and seconded that the private conference for today be adjourned. So,
Adjourn
So, bidding pa.
yung opening, tapos na kanina pa. So, bale, usually, wala naman tayong closure sa kuan after pakabigay natin ng yung bidder and then yung nanalo as read and then confirmation that is still subject for further evaluation. So that ends the procurement procedure as far as bidding procedure is concerned. So since ito parang conference, this is a conference, so this needs a closure. Okay? So with that, thank you so much. Good morning and God bless us all.
Morning.